Well, hello, YouTuberizers. Short talk at the park with the old guy. By golly. I saw this tree sitting here. Yeah, this should work out pretty nice. If I just flip the tailgate down, I can kind of sit on the edge of a shadow. And of course, I didn't unlock this side, did I? I was going to get a bottle of water. I'll tough it out without it for a little while. I was just having fun playing at the trailer this morning, trying to do a video, and I couldn't make her go because it kept, there was a buffer limit, and it said, "You've reached max storage." And I thought, what? So I've thrown away all my old videos. I don't keep them. Figure if they're in YouTube, good for them, and if they're not, I'm not keeping them. But the thing is that you have to go to a second step on this phone to really throw it away. So I had like 30 or more, or no, like 40 gigabytes or more. No, it was 90 gigabytes of stored old videos that I had deleted. Thought, well, they'll disappear. Not unless you make them. So anyway, what I was thinking about today was I was thinking about this big old UFO thing. There's a great vid I watched, very short, 9 minutes or so. Young guy, Michael Knowles. You guys can go watch him and enjoy that. And he just comes right out and says, this UFO thing, demons, straight up. And everyone in the whole world would have known up until about the last 130 years when this massive brainwashing, this modernist thing set in. But he didn't say it that way, but that's my opinion. Anyhow, I was just sitting there thinking, wouldn't it be kind of fun, if you could have a discussion in a room. You got one expert, government expert, top secret security. We have alien vehicles, and we know that they're from another world. Really, you know that, do you? You have another guy like Marzulli who says what you've got is relics of demon tech, and if you have any bodies, I dare to say we're getting heavy and hot and heavy into the demonic. Well, I don't know what those things are, but I thought, one of the biggest problems I've had with the whole UFO idea of, it's like there's a telephone pole keeps popping out of my head. Okay. Anyhow, one of the biggest problems I see in this whole UFO thing is the idea behind it. Think of the DOD sending across hundreds and then thousands of military from Annapolis, let's say, and they have to get in kayaks or small canoes, one-man boats or two-man boats tops, and paddle all the way around the south end of South America, keep going, all the way across the Pacific, keep going, around the tip of Southeast Asia, keep going, around the tip of India, keep going, and then down to Madagascar on the side of Africa. That was your route. You had to go by one or two-man kayak. When you get there, what we want you to do is don't crash the boats, because we wouldn't want the natives to, reverse engineer that stuff. Now, would we? But anyway, when you get down there, what we want you to do is basically, here's the strategy. Play peekaboo for 75 or 100 years with the savages. The brass thinks it's a winning idea. And sort of like out in the audience, you got these flyers and pilots, oh, well, sir, we think that when, as the Corps and the crew, we also believe in the great job we're doing. Can you explain why we're playing peekaboo with savages for a century, sir? Well, now you're getting into top secret matters, but since you're being blasted off and you'll have no one to tell anyway, I'll be glad to pass it on. The brass believes, and even the president, that if we can establish a presence on this alien planet, where we don't even like the food, by the way, and anyway, the sunlight is way too harsh. In fact, it's almost too harsh for the local barbarians. But never mind that. We're going to move in, and we're going to do some research and find out all about them. Sir, not to be disrespectful or anything or question authority, but if we're studying savages, what do we hope to learn? I mean, we know way more stuff. We got flying saucers. Well, yes, yes, there's that, of course. But anyway, you never mind. Here's the problem, of course. At that extreme distance, we're talking intergalactic range now. Your transit will last for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And when you emerge from your super coma where you've been hibernating for the last back again. Anyway, after this huge leap, of course, by the time you get to Earth, well, let's face it, this civilization you're leaving right here, we're going to be dust. So there's really nobody to report to. So really what we'd like you to do is kind of improvise on the ground. Like maybe if you could swing a deal with like some of the governments and have them use, your ships as ways to blackmail people into fear and stuff so that they'll line up and government bosses won't have to be so visually cruel with their own people because they can use scare tactics. Yeah, you might try something like that when you get there. I don't know. But anyway, whatever you do down there, don't crash your ship, okay? Because these guys, now they are savages, but they're pretty cagey. And they might be able to reverse engineer. And then they could build our own boats back and then shoot us down. Don't go there. So whatever you do, don't lose the tech. And whatever you do, don't lose any of our bodies of our comrades, okay? Because that would be a major boo-boo. Hey, you guys have a good day and get out to the park. I'm just sitting under a pine tree. That UV coming down today, oh boy, that was a little iffy. And it's only 10:40 or something like that. And I thought, uh-oh. This one's coming down. We're going to be triple digits today. This is going to be coming down real bright. I think this is one of those days I'm going to have to find reasons to stay in the shade. Maybe you should too if you're fair-skinned. And you got a lot, now south of us all the way down in, Texas and all that. Into Mexico, they got some UV down there that'll just knock you out. So this is actually pretty wimpy by their comparisons. But it is close to the solstice. You take care of your skin. It's the only one you got. Bye-bye.